salesperson, what's something that your friends and your family members and even coworkers don't understand that you go through on a daily basis that really is a struggle? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California. A perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, sales is one of these things where either you close the deal or you don't. And there's no second chances. There's no second place in sales. There isn't. There's no second place in sales. It just isn't, right? And so let's say that you put in a bunch of time, energy, and effort into closing a deal, and for whatever reason, whatever idea, whatever concept comes up, no, the buyer went somewhere else. The buyer, you lost the deal, right? And so like one of the greatest feelings in the world is to close a sale. One of the worst feelings in the world is to lose a sale, especially to a sucky competitor, right? Somebody who doesn't have a good product, somebody who doesn't offer service. Like, I would get mad. Anytime that I would lose a deal, like I did in-home sales, I would drive around and see who they went with. And I'd be like, gosh darn it, they went with that company. Oh, I would get mad. I'd get irritated. And then I made it my personal vendetta to do everything I could to take every deal off the table so that company wouldn't get the job, right? But you know, that spirit of competition, sometimes your friends and your family members, your coworkers, they don't understand it. They look around and they're like, oh, you're just a salesperson. You like to whine and complain. You're a prima donna. Like, you should hear what people say about salespeople because they have no idea what they go through. And you know, people who work in an office typically, and I'm not knocking them because I've worked in an office, I know what this is like, but they don't understand the stress. They don't understand the pressure. You, as a salesperson, you're paying for that person to be at a desk and type everything up. You're the one who's paying their bills. And like, they take you for granted. They're like, you're just a sales guy, right? Now remember, if you do the math, you go by the 80-20 principle, 80% of salespeople should not be in the world of sales. And I know that doesn't include you because you're watching a video to get better. That 80%, they never do anything. They don't read books, they don't go to classes, they don't watch videos, they don't do anything to get better. So I know that's not you. You're in the 20% working on yourself, finding ways to get better. Like, people who are not in sales do not understand what you go through. So this is why sometimes when you have a significant other and you're like, honey, I had a rough day. They're like, all right, what happened? Well, I worked on the Smith job and they went with another company. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, right? And it's not like the, oh, I'm sorry to hear that where there's empathy. It's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I really don't care because it's not really that big of a deal. And you're like, gosh darn it. You know, if I was able to close that deal, you and I could go to Tahiti, right? Yeah, you'll get the next one, honey. It's one of those things where your stomach just goes, like, I'm getting angry thinking about it, right? Just so you know, real deal. This happened to me. I was dating somebody, not in sales. They didn't understand. They didn't know what it was like to lose a deal, especially to a sucky competitor. So if you're like, hey, Scott, what can I do about that? Sometimes it just comes to you finding a buddy to talk to on the phone. Maybe they're not even in the same industry. Like, dude, I lost this deal. Hey, man, everything's going to be okay. Just so you know, if you're going through this right now and you just lost a deal, I'm going to tell you right now, everything's going to be okay as long as you put in the time, energy, and effort to go close the next deal. So there, you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out. That's right, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.